This is a sample three-dimensional part we're going to use for just showing you how I want you to go about the process this week. You're going to get a part every day, be posted on YouTube for you, and I'll try to go through a bunch of different views. You may have to replay it a couple times in order to be able to draw it. But I'll start just kind of like with a free orbit on the part just to give you an idea. And I'm not worried about you drawing this to exact size. Just kind of look at it proportionally and say, yeah, this is about maybe twice as tall as it is long. Just do your best on proportions when you do the sketch work as you go through. So just kind of orbit around a little bit, take a look at that. This is our front view, line it up long ways. You can see the view cube says front, and then you'll have a right view. And then if I go back to front, you'll have a top view kind of in that orientation. I'll be looking for this kind of view. So again, this is right in the computer, but you're going to hand sketch your front, top, and right view. This is not required. This is just kind of to show you what you were working on. And you're going to put a couple labels on the part here. So for clarity, I am going to kind of show you what the hidden lines and things would look like. So I'm going to take my visual style over to wireframe with hidden edges. And this kind of gives you an idea like where these hidden lines would be. So if I look from the front, I'll have that hidden line where this little groove goes across the top. I see that hidden line. We have this hole going down from the top, so in the front view I'll see hidden lines on each side of that hole. This object line here comes from this little angle cut on the side. I want to go over to the right view. The only hidden lines I have are the two that come from the hole. So on each side of the hole I'll have that, but everything else is object. And on this one, looking at it from the top, again, all object lines, no hidden lines here. Just trying to make sure those things line up. Now you're going to sketch this. You have the option. I have this for you to download. If you have a printer at home and you want to work on graph paper because it's easier, you can print this out. If you have regular graph paper at home, you can work on that. But if you don't, like I didn't have anything to work with, just a plain sheet of white paper, draw a little border around it, and then do your best to draw what the front, top, and right view would look like. You notice my circle's a little bit lumpy here. That's okay. I know you don't have tools to work with. If you want to use a circle template, if you have a composite home and you're a perfectionist, go ahead. All I'm expecting here is your best effort to sketch the front, top, and right view. Leave about the same space between the views. Don't start down in the corner. So kind of start a little bit up from the bottom corner. When you start your views, they should always be oriented with front starting here and then top directly on top of the front. So if you remember, like we did stuff where like these lines should kind of line up to one another, how wide the view is. If we look at how these views line up, you see my picture's a little bit crooked there, but the front view roughly lines up with, height-wise with the right view. Same thing, width lines up with the top view. If we look at this little feature here, that should line up top there. So do your best to do that. Put your part name up there. For your first one, it's going to be 3 view number 1. Put your name by drawn by and put the date that you do it. So we'll be posting one of these per day for you to do. The next day I'll post the completed assignment. So I'll post kind of what you're getting from just an inventor drawing. So I'll post what this looks like for your following drawing. Your first one you're going to do is this guy. So not terribly different than what we're doing here, but I'll go through that one separately in a separate video. Again, what you're turning in is simply a hand-drawn sketch, and you're going to just take a picture of it with your iPad and then upload it to Schoology when you finish. Thanks for watching. Please email me if you got any questions. We can chat over Google Meet if we need to. Whatever we can do to get this